This is Steve from Livication Media here with Aaron from mewithoutYou. I just have a couple questions for you. You guys have been on tour for almost 3 months now after releasing your new album in April. How quickly have people caught on to the new songs?
More quickly than I would have expected.
Yeah.
I will. Thanks, Gavin. Seem more or less immediate.
Yeah.
That someone would be singing along, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, your songs are really powerful and very complex, and it seems like it would be hard for people to catch on right away. But when I was in there, it seemed like a lot of people were right in the swing of things, like they've been hearing it since, you know, the long time ago. So you guys have been on tour for a little bit. What are some of your favorite places to play personally?
Well, Philadelphia is always special because that's our hometown.
Right.
On this tour, Oklahoma City was really good. Austin was excellent. Los Angeles was surprisingly good. Sometimes it's an intimidating place to play, you know,
yeah,
because they see it all. But it was really exciting. Usually, it's the nights when you know, everyone there is enthusiastic and it can be contagious. You know?
Yeah.
Or sometimes it might be a really good sound system, like we played in Phoenix. It's a real nice new club, great sound system, and the sound engineer was awesome. The different things can make a show good. Sometimes it's the catering. You know, in San Francisco we played, and the cook was so darn good that it made the night really special.
Right.
Sometimes it's someone that you meet at the show, like in Boise. Hi.
Do you have any interest in getting
yes.
tacos?
Oh yeah.
With me, Polly, I was guessing whoever.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Going now?
Probably in a minute. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find Kevin.
I just got like 3 more questions. A lot of your songs tell a story somehow. How heavily do you use metaphor and simile to represent actual events in your life through your songs?
You say how heavily?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Increasingly so. You know, at first, I guess our first batch of songs, it was sort of written from a pretty raw place and just needing to get something out, and pretty straightforward. Not a whole lot of dressing on it, you know.
Right.
But over time, it starts to feel pretty self-indulgent. You know, just talk so straightforwardly about yourself all the time. So you want to mix it up and put some of your own, still my experiences and struggles, but they're couched in language that might be more universal, or, you know, put in the mouths of animals or characters that could be someone else could identify with, maybe a bit more readily than if it was all about me exclusively.
The storytelling is almost a way of kind of immortalizing yourself, right? Because we've all learned a story at some point from somebody.
Sure, I don't know. It's a strong language, you know.
I mean, not.
But
just,
you know,
yeah, to pass down a story, you know, maybe not to immortalize yourself, but to immortalize the story, you know. Kind of.
Well, I think it has some more posterity than just someone venting to a crowd using them as a therapist or something.
Right.
I used to just kind of dump out all my issues in a relatively straightforward way. Yeah, nice to dress it up in more colorful clothes.
Right. So 10 stories, kind of going on the same note, 10 stories personifies a number of different animals, each with a seemingly unique outlook on things. How much do these animals represent maybe people in your life that you've met, or just influences that in your real life?
Well, not so much people, but influences, yeah, ideas that have come along. You can pinpoint some of them to certain writers, but even then, I wouldn't attribute the writing of someone to their personhood,
right,
to their identity. Say, well, they got it from somewhere, or their thought process and their world was an importation from some social sphere. So I wouldn't attribute to people, but definitely to conversations or ideas and concepts that have been kicked around over the years and have found their way into my little thought world. And so they're different aspects of my own thought world, but I couldn't pinpoint their origin exactly. I could tell you where I got this one from or that one from, but I can't tell you where they got it from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Your mind just kind of puts together little bits and pieces almost.
Yeah, just things that resonate or that strike you as helpful or provocative or
Right.
or you know, intriguing or whatever, and try to put it together in a way that fits the music in a passable manner.
Right. So 10 Stories has clearly been a big success for you guys, judging by how quickly the vinyl box sets sold out, and you guys had to get like kind of like a second run of those, right? So what's next for you guys? What's next for Me Without You in 2012?
Do you mean after this tour?
Yeah. And after this record, just kind of your plans.
Well, that might be a little too far ahead for me to answer accurately. Say after the record runs its course. Well, I think we got a little more life out of this one.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully do some more touring on it. Maybe go. You know, in the past we've gone overseas and done more touring. And you know, it's only been out. I think the record's been out less than 3 months.
Yeah.
So it still feels really new to me.
Yeah, it does.
So the thought of, you know, recording again,
It's still far off.
That's
Yeah.
not on my radar at all.
So just more touring pretty much for this year?
Yeah, well, a few of us are going back to school in the fall, like in a couple weeks really. School starts up. So I have to really shift gears and forget about all this for a couple months and focus on the schoolwork. Get a little break in the winter time, but then it's really not until next summer that we'll be able to tour, probably tour in any real vigorous way.
Right.
So it's probable. I mean, we all like doing it, and in fact, this tour, I think we've been getting along better than ever, and we've been playing well and enjoying the road, and the bus is running great.
Is this the one that runs on biodiesel?
Well, I think any diesel engine will run on biodiesel.
Do you use it still? I remember hearing you guys going on a tour a long time ago that you were using biodiesel.
Yeah, but you're probably thinking of straight grease.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, that's what I
Yeah, I think it's harder to find these days.
Really, yeah.
I think it's becoming more popular, and some of the restaurants are getting paid for their grease, so they're not so eager to give it away as they used to be.
Gotcha.
So it's more challenging. So yeah, actually we've basically been running mostly diesel.
Gotcha. All right, well, it was great talking to you, and I hope to see you guys in Orlando again soon.
Thank you.
And thanks again for talking.
Definitely, thank you.
I hope you guys have a good rest of the tour.
Okay.
And take care.
Yeah, you too.